Alright, Chapter 9, Ceilings and Interiors. Note with the exteriors of the shell of the rooms are basically laid out with a time start with a conservative interior stand with a head with a bunch of the room, small wall finish, small floor, same wall finish, same floor finish, and no ceilings to speak of. The restrooms don't have any fixture of the other rooms over they're going to be useful without furniture or any other issue. They do not have a separate view of such of the furniture, put on plans, finished plans. Chapter dives into all of the items and then some with creating ceiling openings and soffits to adding interior design, adding alternate floor materials. Creating ceilings, placing a ceiling plan is quite easy. Hard part of the finding of the view on the which of the do, but as you probably noticed with the project browser with the divided into categories plan with the floor plan, ceiling plans. Whereas floor plans show the view standing on the level looking down, with the ceiling plans show the view of the standing of the level looking up at the Autodesk architectural platform. You're looking at the true reflected ceiling plan. Begin opening the file of the view and then filing along with the didn't complete Chapter 8 structural items. Go to the web page and from there use Chapter 9, filing the file non-experience required at 09. Then continue pressing. Go to level 1 ceiling plan showing figure 9.1. Remember this ceiling plan is not a floor plan. An architectural tab, click the ceiling button, ceiling command, active the 2x4 ACT system. Type selector as shown in figure 9.2. Hover the mouse over the room shown in figure 9.3. Notice if the perimeter is outlined in red to indicate that the ceiling has around at least 4 walls. You can use the layout. When you see the red outline, pick up the middle of the room that you're selecting. The ceiling should now look like figure 9.14. And it's placing 2x4 tiled ceiling. Add a ceiling to every room, each wing except for the bathrooms. Add each radial entry with, of course, elevator shafts as shown in figure 9.5. With the ceiling command is still running, compound ceiling GWP on an MTL stud for the type selected with the bathrooms, not on chassis in the hallway. Press escape. Note if you know some of the grids are running over the wrong direction, don't worry, you'll change for the moment. That was just so easy with the good bit, right? Alright, it was. Always you'll have the adjustment type of them. You probably noticed that you have no control over the direction which of the grids were running, although always you have no clue over the height of these ceilings. Let's start with modifying the ceilings. Modifying ceiling grids. To be honest, the ceiling consists of nothing more than a basic hash pattern that apply with different material. Actually, everything in Revit is a basic hash pattern applied with different material. But that surely does it makes it easily understand. The one unique thing about a hash pattern in Revit is that you can modify them on screen. That means you can move with a rotate with a hash pattern. That also means you can move with a rotate with a grid pattern. Let's give it a shot. Press escape, modify with the cancel modify command. You're in placing a ceiling grid line shown in figure 9.6 to make sure that you zoom it in close enough to make with the rotate command active. I'm modifying ceiling tab with a click with the rotate button in figure 9.6. Rotate grid 45 degrees using the 2-pick method shown in figure 9.7. Your ceiling should now look at the figure 9.8. Notice if the ceiling is looking at the ceiling properties before you go to, for a matter of fact, a good idea to investigate the ceiling properties before you place it into the model. Setting ceiling element properties I mentioned earlier, ceilings are set with a fashion film similar to the floor, standing in the reach of the ceiling of the cylinder properties. But before you get started, let's make some modification of the west wing, which over the perceived data with a hard ceiling with a metal framing, gypsum, adding 3/4 inch cherry finish for the use. So, however, you need to modify some of the walls. Go to 3D view model, select slope roof to cover the west wing, and show figure 9.9. Right click overgrow, add graphics and view by element, view specifically element graphics dialog box, select small with a downward pointing arrow with the transportation transparency row and slide transparency to 50%. Click OK, roof with the now transparent by 50%. This thing is haunted. You can set an object to be ghosted semi-transparent on the fly with a transparent option. This helps especially with the roofs and floors. You made the roof transparent because some of the walls have attached to the roof. It's easy to attach to the wall with a 3D view. But to do so, you need to see the wall on which you'll be working on. So the wall shown figure 9.11. I'm not from the wall tab. Click with attach to the top of the base of the pick of the roof. The wall should look like figure 9.11. Next step of the trim of the portion over the walls area with the level 3 with the ceilings add with these room with a move with a much higher than those rest of the building of the building set with the wheel still with the 3D view the set of the portion shown figure 9.12. Attach the top base. Over the property dialog box, top constraint up to the level 3 of the walls with the now constraint with level 3. Select with the roof with the transparent right click with the override with the graphics and view by elements. Click the reset button, then click OK. Level 1 under the ceiling plans. Next procedure of the tat off the beaten path with its foot fit squarely within this bracket before it be because you specify the wall of an area with a greater height than the rest of the wall of the model with the obviously with the adding ceilings higher than 8 foot 0 inch of the pause. This is the problem in terms of the level of one ceiling plan view range. Creating a plan range region. Sometimes you'll need to see what the view range of the specific area. The difference of the view range of the plan is well. For example, the adding a ceiling at 14 foot 6 inches above the finished floor. If you do this for the current view, the range setting of the Revit won't display with the ceiling. If you mount with the view range of the entire view, you'll see with a 14 foot 6 inch ceiling, but you won't see with the regular 8 foot ceilings in the rest of the building within that view. The following procedure, you'll create a region with a different view with a range compared with the view range of a level 1 ceiling plan. Project browser, make sure that your level 1 ceiling plan and zoom into the west wing, open on the view tab, plan views, plan region, pick inside finished face of the exterior walls around the northern portion of the west wing. For the lower left-hand corner, draw a couple of straight lines shown in Figure 913, trimming them up if they do not insert. Unfortunately, you can have the radial perimeter lines of a plan region. Remove the View tab, now switch to the Modify with Create Plan Region Boundary tab. Use a phone with the View range of the region. Property dialog box, Edit button, View for the range row with the View range dialog box set with the top level 3, cutting plane offset with a 14 feet 6 inches. Set bottom office is 7 foot 6 inches. View depth level 2 over the offset value 16 foot 0 inches shown Figure 914. Click OK on Model Pan, finish edit mode that you have the plan region, although it may not seem as though it did anything of a plan place for the ceiling at 14 foot 6 inches, you'll be able to see it. Alright, with planning a region in place, you can now place the ceiling at a higher distance of the finished floor because of the going with the trouble to placing the highlighting seal, they may be able to will make a ceiling something special. Creating a custom ceiling, so what do you do if your ceiling isn't aesthetically tile ceiling or gypsum system, rather that you make a new one? As mentioned earlier, creating a ceiling is similar to creating a floor plan or roof of the property dialog box are exactly the same on the procedure guides through the process of creating custom ceilings. Sure that your level 1 ceiling plan, zoom in with the northwest room with an architectural tab, click ceiling button type selected with a MLT stud right below the picture of the ceiling edit type button. Click OK to duplicate the new ceiling wood veneer metal framing, and then click OK stroke for the row. Click the edit button shown in Figure 915. Alright, the layers and features shown with the Figure 916. Click row 4 of the finish, the 2-5 with gypsum wallboard row. The entire row should be highlighted in black. You have it selected properly. You're just below the layers field with an insert with the button. Click into the down button to move the new row to the bottom. Change the function of the structure of the finish tube. Click the material cell, click the whatever button, and then top of the material dialog box type cherry shown Figure 917. In the material editor dialog box, right click the field next to the pattern of the surface of the pattern category field contained with the word of the done. Use the dialog box open to scroll down until the sheet with the wood 1 pattern selected, then click OK below the surface of the pattern category. Expand with the pattern category. Change pattern field with the plywood and shading category. Use the render appearance box and the material browser. Click OK. Change to layer 5 thickness of 3/4 inch. Click OK twice on property dialog box. Change to high offset with the level to 14 foot 6 inches shown Figure 918. Placing ceiling in one room shown Figure 918. For adjacent rooms, add the same ceiling, keep the same height, but you can following along with these shelves. But I encourage you to try to put in the ceiling from memory in the project browser. Let's see the level 1 ceiling plan, architectural tab, ceiling button, changing element type menu with the element panel, calling compound ceiling, wood veneer on metal framing, probably with the current selection property panel set with a height above with a 14 foot 6 inches. Pick the room shown Figure 919. Finish press escape with a couple times. Click modify to clear the command. Know that you have experience placing ceiling with creating custom ceiling with a system at the time of this adding feature for this first item that could be now in mind. If the lighting fixture of the team to go back with even further to figure out how to cut the holes in the ceiling and add the soffits. Alright, creating ceiling openings and soffits unless of the resident dwelling in a prison or the subway. You can look up to the notes that the ceiling is merely serving a host of electrical, mechanical, architectural components. Very seldom you'll find ceilings that does require modification in some capacity. Section of the chapter deals with the issue starting with creating a ceiling opening. Creating a ceiling opening object for the next procedure for the cutting opening into the ceiling, which if the drop of the soffit later, open a level 1 ceiling plan, zoom with the wood ceilings of the west wing shown in Figure 920. Like ceiling with the northwest corner of the building, click eastbound edit boundary button. Click Reference Plane button, Work Panel, Plane Panel, shown figure 921. Draw two reference plane, figure 921. Be sure to snap at the midpoints magenta. Sketch lines, press escape a couple of times. Modify clear reference plane command. Draw panel, clear boundary line button. You can add, expand the list of sketch plate choices. Pick the circle choices shown figure 922. Draw 4 foot by 0 radius circle with the intersection reference plane. Model plane, click and finish edit mode. Verify. Ceiling looks like figure 923. Look at places you need to think about closing this feature with a soffit and perhaps another ceiling. Alright, creating a soffit. Soffit's nothing more than walls with their base offset. But to make sense of it, thinking of the floor level move, that we certainly want the distance of the finished floor to the bottom of the soffit to remain consistent. This one's going to be easy. Here's a step. Then architectural wall button type selector, basic wall interior 3/1/8 of inch portion, shown figure 924. Property, the dialog box set base offset 14 foot 0 inches as shown figure 925. Top constraint up to level 3. You're now ready to place soffit with the add with the radial hole with the ceiling. If you have nothing to guide, you'll need to draw with the wall physically with the arc sketch function. In this case, you simply pick the radial portion of the ceiling opening with the wall command still running. Pick the lines icon of the draw panel. Move it over the radial ceiling opening. A blue alignment appear with make sure the inside of the opening will press of the tab key. Twice press enter with a circle and selected. Blue alignment facing with the inside of the hole. When you see with this, pick up a point at the inside of the hole. Your soffit is complete. Next, add secondary ceiling inside with the soffit. The procedure that is carried out exactly when you see with the adding ceiling into the entire room. Project Browser is going to level 1 ceiling. We're going to zoom in into the ceiling and soffit if you haven't already there yet. Opening architectural tab, click the ceiling button. Click the compound ceiling wood veneer on metal framing. If it isn't current selection, click edit type button. Click duplicate. Click call the new ceiling mahogany veneer metal framing. Then click OK. Edit button structural row. Click bottom layer material 5. Click button change material to cherry, shown in figure 970. 927 the material browsing type mahogany and search is shown in figure 928. 10 mahogany is currently to make sure that the graphic tabs of the make values match figure 529. Click OK. Click one more time to get back to the model. Property for the dialog box height offset from the level to 14 foot 1 inch. Place the ceiling inside with the top of the press. Escape to modify. You need to adjust the plan region. Have it be set with the cutting plane to see whether it be lower or equal to 14 foot 1 inches so you can lower the ceiling. Place the dotted rectangle surrounded room. This plan is region. On the modify plan region tab, click the view range button showing the offset value with the cutting plane 14 foot to 1 inch. Click OK. Your ceiling plan should look like figure 930. Getting there with the ceiling, that's for sure. The only task left is some light fixtures. Adding light fixtures to the ceiling. Adding light fixture Revit the architectural modeling with a different task with a must file with a few guidelines to access. Achieve the success of installing lighting. For the example, the must work with a ribbon to define the face of the insert of the component. Go to level 1 ceiling plan. Achieve the adding of the wood of the ceiling architect. Click with the component button shown figure 931. Modify model panel with a modify placement component with a load family with an browse with lighting architectural internal pendant limited and light disc. So there's a component. Open the file pendant light disc. Place the light approximately in the center of the radial mahogany soffit. The press escape twice. Select the front fixture of the move of the buttons. SC for the snap center. Pick a point with the center of the frame. Snap center again. Hover over the cursor over the inside of the radial walls. Center snap the radial wall fixture. Snap to the center of the soffit. Open a section called the section as the west training with a notice of the light fixture with the exact location would expect it to be. Select the fixture, copy the button with the modified lighting fixture tab. On the options row multiple button is selected to copy the figure 3 foot 0 inches to the right, 3 foot 0 inches to the left. Main point of having in your open section copy of a fixture illustrated that you're now fulfilling a model environment. You will switch back to the plane. You'll see with a fixture that have been placed in this chapter. You'll learn that acts as simply placing a fixture with the model. Also add line items to schedule. Let's make some more fixtures in Project Browser. Going to level 1 ceiling plan. Zoom with the radial soffit with a new fixture with the select with the right left fixture. Rotate command modify light fixture tab. And open bars. Make sure that the copy is selected. Rotate fixtures 90 degrees with a total of 5 fixtures. The total figure 934. 4. Know that you've had experience with dealing with ceilings. Let's start working on the interior. The design ceilings are part of this, but all the wall treatment, the trim of the architectural millwork. These items are covered in the next section. Heading interior design, congratulations, you arrived at the possible the most difficult subject if it comes to 3D modeling. What is it? Well, the start of the air with the where with the nothing, and if the term seems shape of the configuration come on the project with the sheer amount of the millwork and detail. For example, suppose you want a crown molding of the ceiling where they intersect with the wall, though suppose you need with the same crown with a radial saw over the course. The floors and walls aren't the same material. If you need to add furniture as well, I can go on listing complications you'll face here. Let's just jump in the first part of the process of adding plumbing and fixture and furniture. Adding plumbing and pump fixtures and furniture. Adding desk files of the same procedure with adding light fixture. Note though, when you're adding a light fixture, it's new with what it's supposed to do. With it be hosted with the ceiling input with a note with the most furniture isn't hosted no by floor, hosted by a level that becomes very important to have with the floor system. Also with the level of the furniture, ignore with the floor and check with the level in which it is associated to begin with. You'll have to knock out the less glamorous but all too important task adding bathroom fixtures. Project browser will go into level 1 floor plan not in ceiling. Plan zooming into the laboratory area, turning off the inload lines modes as shown in figure 935. As you can see with the call out in this area with a double click, the call out button open to what you call the typical men's laboratory. For the typical men's laboratory view, open and can start adding the fixture with the insert load tab, clicking load family button. Imperial Library direction, browse with the plumbing and architectural fixture water closet folder, select file, toilet commercial wall 3D, go to the administrative tab, architectural tab, click the component button, and see with the dialog box asking where you want to load the plumbing fixture tag, click no, and type selector to make sure of the 15-inch seat height. Place it along with the north wall, approximately 6 inches from the west wall, shown figure 936, so it shows the toilet bowl. Because you're not designing military barracks in 1960s units. Some of the trouble, unfortunately, Revit does not provide any stalls out of the box. This book you bought does. To add toilet stall with a model, go to the book webs and page toilet stall with accessible brace, grab bar, and double sink. Download the file location, keep all of the relevant families file along with the procedure, enter with the tab, and load family browse the location of the new families is kept, and some of the new files, click open, they're loaded into your project. Architectural tab, click place a component button, select toilet stall, accessible front 3D 60 by 60 inch clear, break the corner of the bathroom shown figure 937. Next step is to copy the toilet. Another stall that would be nice for the family just to fit with ease and the perfect will. Copy the toilet at 3 foot, 6 foot, 2.5 inches. Architectural tab, click the place of the A component button. Select toilet seat brace at 3D 59, 60 inches clear. Press edit type, duplicate. Name the new stall 54 inches, 60 inches clear. Set with a width of the 4 foot, 6 inches. Click OK. Place stall on the model. For the toilets and stalls in place, you need to have with a grab bar accessible stall. Again, Revit does not provide with the content need either to make with the compact yourself and then using them with one over the book and download with the bathroom stall with the add with the grab bar for all these steps. Zoom in accessible with all the scroll figure 939. Place a component button. Grab bar 4 foot length. Placing grab bar along the wall. Because you're in the men's bathroom, you need not some of the urinals. You can fix for the two with the getting started with the closed sink area with the guy standing next to you. On the insert table, load family button, browse with the plumbing fixture, architectural urinals file, open component button, place 2 urinals 6 inches away from the front of the stall with 1 foot space between the two, shown figure 940. With the relief to go with the urinals next to the install of the sinks with the 2 station in the bathroom due with this double sink loaded from the book's website. Architectural leather place a component evidence over the running type selected with a family double the sink with a round 24-inch step. Place into the corner figure 941. If the door is 12 inches left of the wall, have the problem you have a lucky you're using the application allow you to shove the component dynamically. Select the sink. Click the leftmost stretch grip and then slide link to the flush with the door. Open the windows room at the same side where they have the 2 stall within the sink with the crate mirrored layout shown figure 942. The first floor bathrooms done. Let's move some of the architectural rooms off of the furniture. The first thing you need to add lighting to the ceiling, add parabolic troffers. It's starting to see with the perceive the adding component that does not change with the base of the component you're adding. Great new with the adding a trough that have with a slightly different need to add. You do need to be in a ceiling plan. You do need specifically face of the ceiling. this point, you may be good enough to add these fixtures and then simply look at the following figures to adding the lights yourself, or if you desire a little help with the following step of the project, browse go to level ceiling plan, know that you're going to ceiling plan, not the floor, zooming in on the northwest corner, east wing, showing figure 943. Insert tab, click the load family button, browse the lighting fixture folder, select the file, troffer, light, 2x4 parabolic, open, place a component button, then the picture, place fixture into the line with the modified tab, is shown figure 944, align fixture with the grid, both button directions, copy the light and location figure 945. Add lights to the rest of the room, east wing, shown figure 945. Quickest place with its light. Single light horizontally, one vertical line with the grids, and then make multiple copies. Pop the dialog box view range button, and set cutting plane to 4 foot. Next, you need to illuminate the quarters. This can be done by adding it to the wall-mounted scenes of the front with the browse level of 1-4 planners for the tab with the load family, browse lighting, architecture, internal flow, folders for the fields, scone light, up light, and scone a corridor wall shown figure 946. Edit scone walls with the hallways appropriate and shown figure 947. Project browser, double click 3D log, east wing corridor, so that gives you the good idea of how the upping influencing the corridor. On the view control toolbar, visualize styling icon with the graphic display option top of the dialog box for your 948 photographic exposures. Check the enable the box to turn on the exposure. The corridor looks great. Now it's time to begin looking into the offices and see what you can look in to complete the kitchen area. Adding casework furniture is the easiest part of the chapter. That is, likewise, casework furniture comes right out of the web of the box. Some of the healthy community with a adequate chapter for the women easily out of the box, but in chapter 17 must come to the millwork family. To add some of the other furniture, select the level 1 floor plans, even the northeast corner office figure for 941. Enter the tableau family button, browse case, bags, cabinets, selecting following items, browse furniture storage file, place a component button in the type selected for the cards in the 7224 inches, place desk and room, architectural tab, base command still running, type select the chair, executive office, and then, so basically we're using blocks that are laid in position. At this point, good idea that the perspective shot office of the space for the developing and also with the main level perspective of the constructed document. Great idea to see what's going on. View, 3D view camera. Picture doing northeast corner. Second point beyond the southeast corner, showing figure 952 in new viewpoints. Probably way I want to sketch and crop boundaries. So this is all interior design. It's basically copy and paste. Moving on to adding alternate floor materials. Carpet does not perform well in the kitchen. This informs you already know, but don't know how to have carpeted floor system without having the cutting existing floor starting piece of the section alternate material. This is what you'll learn to do so. Separating the floor, you have the floor target with the new material following procedure guidelines over the open level the 1 floor plan, split face, bottom file of the tab shown figure 965. Entire floor makes a required finding edge of the floor along the exterior wall. Click line below the draw panel, draw a continuous line around the kitchen shown figure 967. Modify split face, create boundary tab, click finish edit mode. Although it doesn't seem likely the split kitchen with the rest of the floor with the next apply with the material of the kitchen first set for the create with a suitable material to use. Creating a tile material. This one tile material is a model that would be beneficial for the create with a new 12-inch square tile. They'll proceed to take for the placing using hashing conventional with the drafting situation. Follow the step of the create with a new material with a managed tab with material button shown figure 967. Show that we went to material browser type title search for the top of the dialog box. Scroll down, select tile porcelain 4-inch material. Edit the view for the render appearance shading. Click done. OK. New material loaded, locked and loaded. Ready to split onto the floor. To this paint with apply with a new material with the kitchen file with the paint button with the geometry panel with a modified tab with the 970. Select tile porcelain 4-inch material class drop down list. Place and paint icon over the edge of the kitchen floor until the region becomes highlighted. Place. Pick the floor to new tile appears. Click other materials dialog boxes. Phew, you're getting a good amount of experience in terms of adding with the components, making interior building conforming with the design. You're thinking about it. If you've done nothing here that is out of the ordinary, you're simply replacing everything routines with the model routines. Way to go! Because what is quite built, what a bit over the building left. Go ahead, let's load up this model with the components. Get the truck stuck anywhere. Go forward, back, and find the procedure pertains to your problem. Are you experienced now? Add ceiling with the rooms created with a new ceiling, modify them suit your needs, transfer ceiling with the other objects by transfer project standard functions off of the model with a typical wall, offsetting the base for the creating plan region, SE element of the different elevation without disturbing the rest of the view. Add components, bathroom, fixture, office furniture, lighting to your model. Create sub-regions, specifically alternating floor, thus allowing you to avoid hatching. Chapter 10, Stair Ramps and Railings.